And we are live. Welcome, everybody. My name is Thomas, Art of Thomas in social media, the creator of Independent Academy. And today we continue on our journey of. Hold on, let me adjust the camera. There we go. As you can see, I am trying new backgrounds. Let me know in the comments if you like it, or if I should continue to explore different ones. But yeah, today we continue with building in public. And this series is basically me trying to build out the academy and show you how I build it in real time, transparently, openly, so you can see what I'm doing. And potentially, if you find something useful, you can learn from it and adopt it to whatever you are trying to build. And today we're going to take a look at one of the platforms that we will use in Independent Academy for the distribution of our content. And it's a platform that you heard of it. It's been growing a lot in popularity recently, and it's called, let me share my screen. And I mean, you can guess by the title of this video, it's Farcaster. So if you have not been aware, Farcaster, it's an attempt to build a decentralized social media using Web3, blockchain, and all this good emerging technology to build something that it's almost like Twitter, but without the centralized entity behind Twitter. All right, so the first thing that you'll see when you look into the website is that it basically gives you very little information of what Farcaster is, and it automatically redirects you to Warpcast. Warpcast is a client, all right? So Farcaster is the infrastructure underneath, and the clients, it's pretty much anyone can build a client on top of the Farcaster network. Now, Warpcast is the biggest client so far. It may be the only one at the moment. It has been built by the team that built Farcaster. So they built the initial infrastructure and then they built the first client. But the idea is that anybody can build a client. And for example, if you have a bunch of followers and the person that is running the client is doing things that you don't approve of, you could just switch to another client and then you bring all your content and all your followers with you. So it doesn't matter which client you're using. What matters is the Farcaster infrastructure underneath. And Farcaster has been growing a lot recently. And it has to do with a lot of new features that they launched. So we're going to take a look at those in a second. So I've been looking a little bit in the Farcaster documents just to understand a bit more how it works. And the thing that struck me as important was that as soon as you go into the docs, it's that Farcaster is a sufficiently decentralized social network built on Ethereum. And sufficiently decentralized, if you click here, you go to this blog written by one of the Farcaster founders. And basically what it says is that a sufficient decentralized platform means that if it means that two users can find each other, communicate, even if the rest of the network wants to prevent it. So even though not everything in Farcaster is completely decentralized and not everything is on chain, and they go into an explanation of why that is not viable or is not something that we should seek to do, it says that as long as we can create a system where two people can interact with each other with that, even if the rest of the network doesn't want them to connect, if they are able to do so, then we are sufficiently decentralized, and it's a better alternative against something like Twitter or Instagram or whatever centralized social media you want to put there. So also says that you would need to always have the ability to claim a username, to post messages under that name, and read messages from anyone else that is posting with their valid names. So this is what they're trying to build. I've been playing around with Farcaster for quite a bit now. I really, really like it, and I think it's going to be one of the main channels of communication for Independent Academy. This what I'm trying to build. I'm looking at a bunch of other decentralized social medias. Farcaster is not the only one, but I really like it. I really like. I'm looking at Noster. I'm looking at DSO, which is doing a lot of updates soon, and we will look at all of them individually, each in a separate video. This video, we're gonna take a look at Farcaster. All right, so once you go, this is Warpcast. This is the Farcaster, the main client built on Farcaster, and it has been built by the same team that developed the Farcaster infrastructure. You can see from the get-go, it looks very much like Twitter, right? You have here your options, your feed is right here. You can scroll, and you can see what everyone is doing. You have the suggested follows, suggested channels. And here you have to invite friends and earn warps. Now, what are warps? Warps are like an in currency, so you can do things inside Farcaster if you have warps. They are not a cryptocurrency, right? Warps, it's controlled by the Farcast, the Warpcast company. So it's not warps are it's not a crypto. It's not something that's going to be volatile that you're going to be able to speculate on. But you can buy it with cryptocurrency if there are use cases within the app that you want the warps with. I'll be honest, I haven't bought any. The only thing that I found that you can use warps and that I am contemplating buying some is if you want to create your own channel. Like right at this moment, I have an account. I have the Art of Thomas account. If I go to profile, you can see the Art of Thomas account. But if I want to create a channel for Independent Academy, for example, and it will show up here with all the channels that I'm subscribed to, and that would be like building my community, and people will be able to join, and we will all be able to post within that channel. It's not just me. So I am contemplating, I am thinking about doing that. And if you want to create a channel, you click here in create channel. And as you can see, it costs 2,500 warps per year. This at the moment is $25 per year to have your own channel inside Warpcast. So that's something that I may do in the future. I'm not going to do it right now, but maybe in a future video we'll see how that goes. You can see that when you sign up, you get 50 warps. So if I want to get, I would have to spend around $20, $25 to get 2,500, which is what you need to create your own channel within Warpcast. Now, as you can see, it looks very much like Twitter. So you might think, like, why do I want Warpcast? Why do I want to be in Farcaster if it's just pretty much the same as Twitter? Well, first of all, you have all the decentralized infrastructure behind it, which is great. But to me, the thing that makes me keep coming back to Warpcast and Farcaster and why I like it is because they recently released something that is called frames. And frames is a very, very interesting use case because I will show you a practical example. Okay, I am doing these videos with Independent Academy, and at the end of each video, I mint an NFT, and I allow people to get it, to collect it. Right? If people want to keep some ownership of the history of Independent Academy as we build in public, and one of the things that you can do with Farcaster that you cannot do with Twitter and stuff like that is that if I copy the link to the NFT, right, and then we go back into Warpcast. If I click on cast is pretty much the same as a tweet. I can, if I post the NFT, it will automatically create a mint page from within the Farcaster application, right? So This is called frames, and frames are basically, it's a way for developers to build the the application inside of the tweets themselves. So as you can see, this one, people will be able to mint it without having to exit Farcaster. I'll show you another example. If I go to my profile, one of the tweets, the casts that I posted yesterday, you can see here I did the mint and the same thing. You can click there and it will mint. Let's go this one. Okay, this is a link to my newsletter, and I publish my newsletter using a paragraph, which I did an entire video on paragraph yesterday. You can find that on the channel if you like. But basically, when I post the link from paragraph in Farcaster, it shows as its own application within Farcaster. So if people click read inline, they can read the newsletter without leaving the app. And they can go and read everything that I've written without having to leave the social media app. So it creates a cohesive experience. And these frames are helping connect with all the Web3 applications. So if you're minting NFTs on Sora, you can put the link and it will automatically transform into a frame within the app. If you're using Paragraph for your newsletter, it will do the same. And people can subscribe to your newsletter straight from their social media, right? If I were to put my newsletter link in Twitter, first, it will show up as a link. Second, Twitter will punish the reach of that link, because Twitter, it's almost like Twitter hates everything that is driving people away from the Twitter app. So it's gonna punish me for posting a link. And thirdly, like, people will have to see that link, click on that link, go to another app, and then subscribe. That's not going to happen. Most people are not going to do that. But from within Farcaster, they don't have to exit. They can just subscribe, because your wallet is connected to your account, and Paragraph is a newsletter that connects people with their wallets. So you don't need to exit the account and then subscribe to me. You can just subscribe from the app itself. And this is why I'm really bullish on Farcaster as a place for, like, I am building, and most of the tools that I'm using are Web3 native tools. So for me, Farcaster is the best application, like social media application, that I have found yet, because it is so native and it connects so well with all the other applications that I am already using. And people are experimenting a lot with this frames idea. In fact, there is a channel, I believe, that is specifically designed for people to share frames, and people are making games. Of course, there's a lot of NFTs that you can mint by using frames. Like, for example, this one, engage with Questcaster and a free mint. So you can verify and have a free mint. Activity checker. Let's see. Let's check our stats. I have done 52 casts. I received 24 likes, 2 recasts, and 8 comments. I have a 0.7 active score. All right. Like, sure. Like, that is something you can do. And again, on Twitter, impossible. Original good game logo. This is a mint for an NFT. Somebody that is doing like I think this is like a poll. But yeah, I've seen people doing even very, very small games, very simple games. Easily share Markdown files as a frame. Continue. But yeah, there's a lot of people experimenting, and I think we're only at the tip of the iceberg of what can be done. And the Farcaster team is also seeing how they can enable more functionality to frames. So again, Farcaster is a really good tool if you want to build a following that you are more in control of. so that people cannot cancel you or delete your account and then you lose all your followers. If you want something that is going to connect well to all the other applications in the Web3 space, at the moment, most of the people in Farcaster are, of course, crypto native people. So if you want a place where you can talk about this stuff, uh, Farcaster is a great place for that. And I am experimenting. I really like it. I think for Independent Academy, it makes so much sense for us to be active here. I want to create a channel for us there. Gonna do it in a later video because I need to bridge some funds to get the warps in order to purchase. And Farcaster also has a good mobile application, Warpcast. And if you're using it on the computer, you can click here and you can basically turn Warpcast into its own application, which is this one. It looks the same. It works the same. It's just a dedicated app. That's something you can do. And I will say that in order for you to start with Warpcast, you do that. There is a subscription that you need to buy, and it costs $5 per year. So it's not a lot of money, $5 an entire year. And at least for me, like I started posting my NFTs there, and in the first week I already sold one for more than $5. So I think it's $5 is super cheap, but also B, you have access to an entire community of people that are crypto native. So if you are doing something in the crypto space, Farcaster just makes a lot of sense. And to me, I just want to get out of Twitter, to be honest, to be completely frank. I am not a fan of Twitter as an application. It is where most people are at the moment, so I kind of feel like I have to be there. But I am bullish and I want to experiment with anything that can help me reduce my reliance on an application like Twitter. So this has been a Farcaster overview. As I continue to experiment and explore, I will bring you more news about it and more things that you can do within it. At the moment, for me, the best use case is to share my Paragraph newsletter and to share my Sora NFTs. My newsletter, I started only a couple of weeks ago, and I already got over 10 people subscribed to it. All came through Farcaster. 100% of my subscribers came from publishing on Farcaster. And I even got a comment from the creator of Paragraph. Like he saw me posting about the newsletter and he got in touch with me. So again, it's a place where you can start to get in touch with the people that are actively working in the space. But again, there are other decentralized social media tools that we will look into in future episodes, including Nostr and a lot more stuff. So if you're interested in that, shoot us a message, leave us a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. This is the Building in Public session, where I show you how I am building the Independent Academy in real time. And yeah, the idea is that you can learn from what I am learning and experimenting. And just to say, I created this NFT to commemorate this particular session. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you can find the link in the video. If you're watching this in Twitter or Twitch, you can just scan the QR code and claim it, have a part of our history. One of our goals with Independent Academies in our exploration is that we're going to create our own social token, and we're going to give it away to all the people that collect our NFTs. And we're trying to get, the people that are watching and are following our story to get more involved and eventually find ways that we can use these NFTs and tokens to benefit those that are coming on this journey with us. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.